Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we are going to talk about fresh release from Valiant Wings publishing. And this is a new book from Airframe album series. It's actually a 18th publication from this quite well-known series because we reviewed some books before, and I hope you remember that these titles are quite useful for modelers. So today's book or today's release is dedicated to Fairey Firefly. It's a detailed guide to the Fleet Air Arms versatile monoplane, as you can see here. And it's written by Richard Franks, so we have a commercial sample here, and it means that this is the final shape of this book. Nothing will change. You can see that it arrived to me slightly damaged by our dear post, but still book is readable, and we are going to take a closer look inside. And what is actually interesting here is that inside you'll find several builds, you'll find information about the real aircraft, and you'll also find some useful detail photos which might be handy for additional, I would say, improvising in your builds. So let's open it. It's a typical print format for this type of books from Valiant Wings. It's a soft cover with color prints, and here we have a, I would say, content page. So as you can see, we have 4 parts. It's introduction, technical description, evolution, camouflage markings, and also models, as well as the special appendix, which will bring you more information about this aircraft. We also have some thank you notes. We have the glossary for the abbreviations so that you understand what you're reading about. And of course, everything starts with an introduction where you will be able to learn more about the development history of this unusual aircraft type. And there are a lot of black and white and even colored photos as well, so I would recommend not to underestimate these photos, these pictures, because they're really handy stuff for our model builds. You can get some weathering ideas, you can get some diorama ideas. And here we continue with the technical description. So this one will be also combining the color photos, as you can see here, as well as the black and white shots and also drawings. And here we get a chance to take a closer look at the various parts of the aircraft. So as I was saying, this thing should be handy for modelers who like to add more features to their model. They're usually not, let's say, pleasured or not satisfied with what they get in original plastic, and they always would like to add more, at least some wiring. So that's where this section comes handy. And as you can see, even the canopy is given in a quite detailed form so that you understand how it was moving, what was the shape, how the material was applied on this part, and maybe also how the weathering was usually distributed among the parts, which is also quite important. As you can see here, we have various actuators for the wing mechanization, and I appreciate that all this stuff is supplied with drawings. So it's not only the photos, drawings will help you to understand the internal design of these elements, and it applies almost to every part. As you can see, even machine guns are separated into drawings, even the fuel tanks, and all these photos are really valuable. You get them into one source in one book, so this is, I would say, a showstopper of this book, and this is something not to overlook. Next, we continue with evolution. So here you get a bit more view on how the aircraft was developing, and all this is shown together with the help of black and white photos, and also we have these special drawings of the aircraft where a dark gray color actually signifies the main changes between various types of the aircraft. And again, this is also useful in our hobby because sometimes modelers wonder how to replicate this or that type of the aircraft, how to mimic all the minor differences, and author here did a really great job to explain it in an understandable way so that you will be getting all the necessary information straight away. You don't have to search, and as you can see, some of the drawings are even supplied with the black and white photos, what will improve the overall understanding and maybe give you some visual material as well, because some of these types are really rare and it is good to get a bit more photos in the book, even though, as you can see, some types are not supplied with photos, but I would say the big share of them come in with the shots, with the pictures. Next, we continue with the camouflage and markings. So I guess the name speaks for itself, and that's why we get the color print inside. And these are not full scale, I would say, color or marking guides, but we have the side profiles, which will give you a basic idea on what were the markings used on this aircraft. As you can see, there are a lot of them. We also have some some information about the main changes in the markings, so that you understand why this or that camouflage type was applied to the aircraft. Of course, we have also black and white photos which supply the markings, but again, as I was saying in the previous video reviews, these side profiles, it is more than enough to decide which marking option you would like to copy, and then you just find the aftermarket decals, find also the necessary marking guide, and you're good to go. But there are a lot of interesting markings supplied here. We also have the stenciling guide, so it is also a valuable thing for the scale modelers, especially in the bigger scales, because there all these stencils will be noticeable and you have to copy them somehow, and this book should be helpful in this. And we're already, by the way, on the page 138, but this is not all. And I would say that marking section is quite extensive. Surprisingly, I was expecting a bit less pages, but as you can see, we have a lot of photos, we have a lot of side profiles, and then actually we are moving to the model. So first one is 1/48 scale Fairey Firefly. It comes from Trumpeter, and this build was done by Steve Evans. And as you can see, again, we get the whole process described in a quite typical way for Valiant Wings, so it means detailed photos and also extensive explanations from the author. So this is really important in my opinion, because it will help you to learn something new. And here we get also several more builds. These ones are quite short, I would say, but they are done by Liber Yeko and John Wilkes. So we have 1/72 and 1/48 scale aircraft. Both are coming from Czech Republic Special Hobby. And these kits are quite decent. We reviewed some of them, so you can find their videos on our YouTube channel. And of course, we have a full list of the kits available on the market in different scales, as well as the various add-ons, decals, and even books. So in case you would like to read more, here you get the list. And in total we have 162 pages. So price is written here, it's 1995 British pounds, which is rather reasonable for such amount of information in one source. And this book should be already available, so if you would like to get it, it's better to hurry up, because it will be sold out quickly in my opinion. And of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about such release. Do not hesitate to write it here in the comment section below. And if you like the video, and you would like to see the future video reviews, press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.